Good evening, beautiful tarot witchy people. I hope everybody's having a great November 1st. Tonight's video is brought to you by, just kidding. Tonight's tea is Tulsi Sweet Rose. Stress relieving and magical tea. And it smells, I haven't tasted it yet. It smells absolutely divine. It reminds me of multiflora rose that I picked a couple of years ago and made a tincture out of. And I made it with brandy, and just after you smell the brandy, you can smell the rose. It's really intoxicating. So anyway, tonight is the inner child spread that I saw the Tarot Alchemist do. She broke it down into several years. I decided to start with in general my inner child, and I may delve a little deeper, but for now I wanted to have like a general overview. Not too many surprises. Okay, so and by the end of this video I will be sipping the tea and letting you know what it tastes like. How my inner child feels. And I am working with the Wildwood Tarot. Let me see, we're getting some glare. There we go. Much better now. Oops. Actually, nope. Wildwood. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. That's probably... Then I can bring it forward and stop the glare. How's that? Oops, sorry. There. We have the hooded man. So how does my inner child feel currently? Well, the hooded man, and this is what I wrote down. I'm still seeing some glare there. I thought I had it once. Maybe I'll try it this way. That looks good there, that direction. So, my inner child, I would say, is cold and alone. And just how serendipitous the heat comes on when I said that. Cold and alone. But she finds solace in the woods with the animals and the plants. For here she feels light and warmth. So that's how my inner child feels currently. Number 2 is what I lacked as a child. And I got 5 of vessels. And on the card it says ecstasy. Well, that's not totally true. But as I look at the card, she's dancing inside the pentacle. And as we all know, inside of the pentacle is about the self. So I put down that I was lacking self. I was lacking a sense of who I was and what my meaning of life is. So I lacked self-direction. And number 3, something that left my inner child scarred. And this is no surprise here. King of Vessels. The heron. Around here, I don't know if anybody else, but I don't know where it came from, but we call the blue heron shitpoke. Don't know why, but it fits. My father, and the irony is, my studio now used to be his bedroom, but he was a split personality. He had his good side and his bad side. But his vessels ruled. So he was king and he was vessels. So that means he ruled over the emotions of the household. And those effects are still evident today. There's really no emotion allowed in this house even today. My father's been gone for almost 7 years, but because of the lasting effects of that, it's still here. So anytime I get happy, I get scorn from my mother for that. Anytime I'm upset, I get scorn. If I'm on an even keel, everything is fine. So that really affects my life right now. It's something that really bothers me, because I'm always been emotional, but I've never been allowed to express my emotions. So that was number 3. Number 4. How is that affecting my life now? I just told you some of that. And I get the guardian, who is also known as death. And that makes sense. Death of the emotions. Death made me emotionally numb. Because like I explained to you, emotions really weren't allowed. You got to be on an even keel. So that's it. There's not really much more to say. Death of emotions, numbness. Something I can do to heal my inner child. And of course, I got the forest lovers. And I thought mostly love myself. Accept others to love me too. That's very important. It's very hard for me to accept that somebody can love me, that I'm not worthy of love. I kind of lost my beloved because of that. He told me at least 2 to 3 times that he loved me. And the times that he told me, I had no response. And it wasn't that I didn't love him. I couldn't say it. I couldn't tell him. That's what I felt. So that's the something I can do to heal my inner child, is find love and love myself and allow others to love me. That's probably the most difficult one. And number 6 is how I can support my inner child. And then I got Page of Stones, which is Earth, links, right? Earth or Pentacles. And I thought, I used to love to climb trees. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But we all know you can put your back against a tree. You can hug a tree. You can put your hands on a tree. Right? So, be playful, too. Page is about being playful and being youthful. So, think about things I did as a child that I could do now, or modify how I do it now. That's Page of Stones, links. And 7, a message from my inner child. Oops. Here we have King of Arrows, the Kingfisher. And I put, even though the Kingfisher is of air, he dives deep into the water emotions to feed. To the watery emotions to feed. I always take control of my emotions because I don't want to take too much control, but allow myself to have the emotions. Even if I have to go someplace else to have the emotions, allow myself to be open to have them. So that's it. And I tasted the tea tasting time. It has stevia, which I'm not that fond of stevia, but it's not bad. Not too bad at all. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Over and out.